I didn't think this is something I'd ever have to deal with, but now I do, and I want to talk about it. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. I am on a 100-pound weight loss journey. I do utilize a GLP-1 to help me along. I count my calories, I prioritize protein, and I've been working on my fiber as well. I also do work out 3 to 4 times a week, prioritizing my strength training so I don't lose any muscle. Don't worry about my muscle. Don't you worry about this. Actually, I just did legs today and they were quite literally shaking on my way down the stairs, but that's besides the point. Last month, I turned 30 and I really wanted to take this time of my life to really get focused on my health, my well-being, my mental health, everything that I am, so I can just live the best, most healthiest, happiest life possible. One thing that I knew I had to do to better myself in this way was go to a psychiatrist to talk about my mental health. Basically, my husband has ADHD, and while we went to couples therapy a couple years ago, our therapist recommended he go to a psychiatrist to really hone in on his ADHD pills, what they do, and how they can work for him, because they just weren't working the way he wanted them to. So he went to a psychiatrist, and it just kind of revolutionized how he worked with ADHD, how he managed his life, and really helped him. So when I decided that I really wanted to dive into my mental health and my physical health, I knew that going to a psychiatrist was one thing I needed to do. And let me tell you guys, she has literally changed my life. Like, I'm not trying to be dramatic at all, but she has genuinely changed everything for me in ways that I can't even describe, and I've only seen her twice so far. She truly has been so incredible listening to me and helping me find things that will work for me in ways that will. But one thing that did come up was she had me do some blood work. We tested to see if I had PCOS, which if you watch my videos, you saw me talking about a couple vlogs ago. And those blood results came back. I went into her office, we had our little sit down, and she said, you know what, your insulin looks good. It doesn't look like you have PCOS, which was shocking to me, but she did say that one of my liver enzymes were elevated. And to be quite frank, I did not know what that really meant. I was like, okay. A couple months back, I had pneumonia, and when they did the chest scan to see my lungs, they were also able to see my I almost said my lizard, my liver. And the ER doctor did mention, he said I had a little bit of fatty liver, but he didn't say if I should look into it, if I should go talk to my primary care physician, so I just kind of left it at that. That's on me for not looking into it. Look into things, people. But apparently I do have a family history of liver cancer, which is kind of frightening and scary. So we were talking about that, and she let me know that, you know, kind of the best way to approach getting those liver enzymes unelevated. I'm not a doctor, you guys, but the best way to go about that is to eat a lower carb, kind of lower fat diet. And honestly, in this weight loss journey, like, it was never something I thought I would have to focus on. Like, I know a lot of people do keto or do low carb, but I just never really worried about that because I was just like, if I'm in a calorie deficit, that's all that matters. But I would have times when my blood sugar would get so high and then drop down low, like I would totally crash. And those low points were so awful that I knew I had to take this seriously. So that being said, I am officially going low carb in my day-to-day life. It's not really going to change a bunch in my video wise, but it is going to, you know, be something that is affecting me personally. And when I'm making videos going forward, I'll probably talk about it a little bit for anybody that's on the same kind of journey as me, just trying to take care of their little liver. We need our little livers. And just announcing this here, I am not going keto. I am not doing the keto diet, because say it with me, carbs are energy for your brain. You need carbs. Carbs are not the enemy. So while I will be focusing on a lower carb diet, that does not mean I am eliminating carbs. I am just working on keeping that around like 100 to 150 grams a day. Of course, there will be days where I go out to eat or we have a birthday party, but it's all about moderation. I'm not too worried about the every once in a while things. So you can definitely expect more content focusing on lower carb going forward. If it's not something that you have to focus on, don't worry. I'm still going to be making mostly the same kind of stuff. I'm still going to be focusing on high protein and high fiber foods. That is what is totally going to fuel me on this journey, especially being on a GLP-1. Another exciting development on this journey of mine is I get ads for Nourish all the time. Like, I seriously get them all the time from lots of the influencers that I follow. And I tried signing up for it a while ago and it said my insurance didn't cover it, which I was super bummed about. But my insurance did recently change, like last year-ish, and I decided I would try again to see if they were going to cover it now. And it is looking like it's going to cover it, which if it does, I will be so excited. Like, y'all, I would be so freaking happy if I was able to have a registered dietitian to talk to about this kind of life shift and really focusing on making this a sustainable thing that I can do for the rest of my life, because eating in this way is not going to be something that I can just do until I lose weight and then when I'm done I can stop, you know what I mean? Especially because it is in my family genetics. It's something that I'm going to have to be able to do for the rest of my life. And my husband and I would love to expand our family within the next year, and I want to have just the most healthy pregnancy as I can. Especially because with my first pregnancy, I really wasn't super healthy, and I was really close to having gestational diabetes. Like, I had to go and do the long test and they said I was really close just to watch it. So I definitely just want to have like the most healthy pregnancy possible. So that is kind of an update of what's going on in my life. Be excited to see more videos talking about that and how I'm going through it, especially with having a husband and a kid that I also have to feed. Let me know down in the comments if you follow a low carb diet, what your best tips and tricks are. I am open to literally everything. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do that now so you can see more of my adventures on my health and weight loss journey. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week.